All right, here's the audience for my speech. My brother is on FaceTime. All right. If you haven't noticed, there are golf courses everywhere you go. Anytime you travel to any decent-sized town or city, you will see at least one golf course, if not several. The average person doesn't know how the golf courses impact the environment or how they were created. As someone who plans on becoming a golf course superintendent, it's important for me to know these impacts. Golf courses propose both harmful and beneficial effects on the surrounding ecosystem biodiversity. First, we will talk about the benefits of golf courses, then we will talk about the criticisms, and then finally we will talk about how those criticisms can be controlled and therefore become less harmful. And then we will wrap things up with the conclusion. Now we will get to the facts. Golf courses can propose several beneficial impacts to the surrounding environment. If a golf course is created with a strategic plan, it can provide a variety of benefits for several species of wildlife. A study was held by scientist Tanner Gaines to determine the following: if golf courses support a greater number of species than the surrounding farmland, and to see if the animal population grows as the course gets older. Their study found the golf course landscape had a higher species diversity and abundance of wildlife and insects than the surrounding farmland. The study also found older golf courses hold a higher variety of species of animals. Golf courses can also give a place of refuge for birds, which was also found in Tanner and Gaines's experiment. According to Mark Cupier's research on golf course design, many of older golf courses today were once abandoned quarries, strip mines, or landfills. These golf courses that were built on these abandoned quarries, strip mines, and landfills helps prevent erosion and preserve the land. Furthermore, using turf grass to rebuild land areas that have been destroyed by landfills and mining activities is a great way to preserve land as well. This is because turf grass has a very thick root system, which tends to prevent erosion. Although golf courses have several beneficial benefits, they can also have several criticisms if not managed properly. In order to keep the course's green grass healthy, unhealthily amounts of water are used every day. According to Ben Adler, who is a golf course superintendent at South Hills Country Club in Pennsylvania, golf courses require enormous amounts of water. On average, an estimated American course uses about 312,000 gallons of water per day. Since water control has always been a concern in the United States, this intensive use of water is a big problem with golf courses. Another criticism about golf courses is the destruction of wildlife habitat. If you've ever been on a golf course, you know how big the course actually is and how wide some of the fairways need to be. This means that trees and natural habitat had to be cleared out in order for this course to be open. As stated by Lawrence Siebel in his article on the effects of golf courses, the cutting down of trees and other plants to pave way for each hole on a golf course can be very damaging to an ecosystem. Prior to the clearing of the trees to pave way for the golf course, several animals had been living there for years. Although a golf course does provide a home for some wildlife, it is not the same as the ecosystem before the creation or the destruction of trees. If proper precautions are not taken when creating golf courses, animals such as deer, fox, and rabbits will perish or move away. The third and final criticism of golf courses is the use of pesticides and chemicals. These are used to keep the grass weed-free and nuisance-free. According to Jay Feldman, pesticides can be detrimental to a person's health. Furthermore, he believes that most golf course superintendents are unaware of the consequences these pesticides have. These pesticides and chemicals can run off into lakes and water and ponds that animals drink out of, so it can cause deadly diseases for them. Although golf courses have many negative impacts on the environment, there are ways that these impacts can be controlled to minimize the impacts. According to GSA.org, the Golf Course Superintendents Association of America works to ensure that the chemicals, water use, and waste of the following, or they ensure that chemicals and water use must follow the EPA regulations. All pesticides that are bought within the United States must be approved by the EPA and licensed by the EPA. Furthermore, the species of grass used in the fairways can be changed to minimize the water demand, thus limiting not 312,000 gallons a day. According to Mark Cupier in his research on golf design, the United States Golf Association has been working to make a salt-tolerant grass, which would require less water. And using high-quality turf grass allows earthworms to dig tunnels in the grass, which would also require less water. Furthermore, turf grass companies have been focusing on using grass that can withstand long periods without rain and water. Now that we've talked about the positives, negatives, and what can be controlled, we will wrap things up with a conclusion. Altogether, I hope I informed you guys on the environmental impacts of golf courses. They have both beneficial and harmful impacts on the environment. Those negative effects can also be limited if the course is designed strategically, and the proper precautions can be taken when using things like water and pesticides. This topic should be very helpful for me as I plan to one day become a golf course superintendent and have an environmentally friendly course of my own.